Wait a minute. I forgot to share screen like a spaz. Hold on a second.
That's Charlie Brown karma right there.
Yeah, it is. Old Red sticking up for Charlie Brown.
Man.
Share. All right. I think this should work now. That's a much better start than what we did before. Hello, everybody. Let me stop sharing for a second. Yeah, this was actually supposed to be at 7:30, and I hit the wrong fucking button, so we put it at 7:05. So sorry for you guys who've been waiting.
People have been hanging out.
Yeah, we've just been hanging out a little bit. Like I said, just waiting for other people to get in, and they're here, so that's a beautiful thing. I might have some technical issues here and there today with my wonderful computer, but that's issues I'm having with my mouse at the moment. But yeah, hello everybody. Thanks for popping in here. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. We got Ink Spots on tonight. How you doing, man?
Hey everybody. Hey, I'm doing great. I'm a little disturbed today because I got a little ball funk going on. I scratched my balls earlier and my fingers still smell, so I'm worried about that. But other than that, everything's going good.
I think Ink Spots, he's telling his personal stories because he heard I only kick one person from my stream. He wants to be the next person to be kicked from my stream.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it a college try.
Hell,
You're
John.
going to kick the guy for ball funk, are you? I mean, that's his personal problem. It's not like you can smell it from here.
Yeah.
Listen, man, see a doctor. Wash your balls. This is why they tell everybody. You know, with the COVID
But it's
stuff.
probably under your nails, brother. So like you can't, you know.
Yeah,
It takes some doing to get it out.
Don't wash your hands. Scrub them. Wash your balls. Wash your ass.
Exactly.
Trying to promote healthy people today. Speaking of healthy people, we got Red Gaze. How we doing, man?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I wash my balls all the time.
Like
That's really the only way to go, in my opinion. You got to have the clean balls.
Why am I picturing John Turturro from The Big Lebowski? The way that he was cleaning his ball.
No, dude. No. that's the job of the ladies, you understand? But the ladies won't do it if you got ball funk, so scrub that shit.
Man.
Scrub it good. Holy shit. And we got John, man. We're going to be showing your campaign tonight. How you doing, buddy?
Doing well, man. And I'm clean, man.
I'm
right.
clean, man.
We got 2 out of 4. Nice.
So here
Oh, shit. Yeah, we're fucking crazy tonight. Unhinged, how we doing, man? I don't know. I want to send you a link, too. I've been meaning to get you on for a while. Let me see if I could find you on the old Twitterverse.
Unhinged.
Unhinged, where are you, brother? If you're still in the house, I am sending you a link. So you get your ass in here.
Very cool.
All right, man. Nice. Yeah, he's another great creator, good guy. Let's share.
Absolute was fire. That's good stuff.
Yeah, totally, man. All right. Bam. Yeah, we got some campaigns to show off tonight. We're gonna shoot the shit a little bit too. I mean, again, like I'm looking to get back into some more streaming. Tonight we're doing one. Tomorrow I'm doing one late in the afternoon. I think around 4 o'clock. Because I'm having some UK people on. We have Charlie's London. We're gonna have William on. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
You mean Wooly?
A jolly good time.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Fatal J, what's up, brother? I know he's got a new campaign that's going to be launching soon. So, dude, yeah, you're always going to be invited on the show anytime.
What up, Fatal
man.
J?
Hell yeah, great dude. But yeah, man. So, you want to tell us about your project a little bit? Because this thing looks cool. I saw it on another stream, and I'm like, yeah, John, you got to come on. And we
No, I
finally worked
appreciate
out.
that, brother. Sure. So high level, for those of you that back Black Tiger, this is in the same universe. But whereas Black Tiger was taking place, contemporary time, this is a story in 1942. So the protagonist, Cotty Skogsholm, basically she and her family are attacked by that werebeast, and it causes her to have to defend her family. She's been basically tucked away and she has powers that she hasn't been allowed to use. So for the first time, she's using her powers to defend her family. And after doing so, she learns that her family, her mother and father, actually adopted her. So this sends her on a journey of self-discovery. So she heads out to the homeland of her adoptive parents in Finland. And perfect. And there, part of what she finds is at this time during World War II, she finds herself defending a Finnish village. So that's what's depicted there. Nice. And then she ultimately finds herself in league with a conglomeration of the last of the mighty men of old. So these are the deities, but they've all come together because there's only a small group of them left, and they're fighting for survival. So you have some from the Egyptian pantheon, some from the Olympian pantheon, some from the Assyr, the Asgardians, and some from the Chinese pantheon. And she finds herself in the midst of their struggle for survival. And ultimately, as she learns more about herself, she finds herself the linchpin for whether they and she survives. So without any spoilers, that's what Magna the Last Pantheon is about.
Dude, that is crazy. How'd you come up with this story?
Bro, I've loved mythology since I was a kid. So reading all the different mythologies, there's always a beginning, middle, and end to the stories, to the mythology, to actually the pantheons. So I was like, hey, what if I tied the endings of these different pantheons together into a story? So that was, and I was, I was a big nerd growing up when it wasn't cool to be a nerd, playing D&D and stuff like that. Like when I used to get comic books, it wasn't cool to get comic books. So it's like, you get comics, you kind of find out some of your boys here and there will get comics. So it's like, okay, well then you like kind of, scuttle off to your boy's spot. And one of my boys was reading Daredevil. I was reading, then you kind of hang out, but you didn't really let people, it wasn't like a big thing. Didn't let people know that you were reading comics. And you just kind of came across other kids that were, it's almost just like get some keywords. Yeah, you get some keywords. I was like, well,
Dude, I remember when I was in school, that's what it was like too, in middle school or high school. Like you see, like the one guy, he'll bring in like a handful of books and he's showing off his other friends. Yeah, man, this is what I got. If you happen to see over the shoulders, oh shit, you collect too, and then just kind of start a conversation. But you're right. It was kind of the thing of no one really talked about much. And now look at us. Now we're having live streams every fucking night, creating our own stuff and pushing it out there. That is definitely a cool thing.
We can all find each other. I mean, it's like, basically, there's my man Mel. What's up, Hex? What's up, Hex? I mean, we're all able to, this is the value of the community. We're all able to find each other. We're all able to back each other's books. Man, it's beautiful.
That's what I'm talking about. And dude, I'm with you. I've been a fan of mythology shit even before I was into comics. Hearing the stories and seeing the old stuff. I mean, I saw the old, Ray Harryhausen, the stop motion movies and stuff.
Oh man, yeah.
Dude, it got me hooked right away. My father was like a huge fan of the Odyssey. So I love those movies. Oh yeah, man, dude. I was hearing and reading about this stuff, like I said, before comic books. And it's a cool thing though, man, because it's like those gateways into having kids getting them to read. It's fun. But and trust me, I got some cool stories kicking around too. I got other projects that are along those lines.
Nice.
That I'm eager to get to as well. But I'm trying to take at least one big project at a time, getting like the first couple of issues out and kind of going from there.
Well, I mean, you got a big project under your belt right now, man. I can't wait for that book to come out, brother.
Yeah, that one's pretty big. It's I was gonna launch it in November, but everyone told me don't because they said they have no money or they're waiting after the holidays. So around the first week of January, I'm looking at right now to launch it. It's kind of like my definitive thing. So you guys are going to be able to, to start backing it.
How far are you into production, bro?
I'm over halfway done, but again, I'm putting so much work into these pages, detailing the hell out of it. Some of my most detailed work. So from what you guys are going to see when we launch that campaign, I think you're going to be very happy with what I'm going to be showing and where this project's headed. And again, it's a minimum of 50 pages. So we're gonna go, I think, closer to 60 if we hit some stretch goals. So
wow.
So it's one of the first campaigns where it's not totally done when I launch, but the majority of it is, and that's the important thing. Yeah. So it's gonna give me some time to add extra cool stuff. So when backers start to get it, they won't even know, or by the time if let's say they backed them in the first week or two, and by the time we do fulfill, it's like, oh my God, I didn't know I was getting all this cool stuff. It'll be, prints.
Exactly.
So I want to be able to do that because in my other campaigns, I didn't really have that luxury. It was just as soon as it was done, I fulfilled immediately. So we were trying to hit stretch goals before we ended the 60 days. So this will be a little bit different, but again, you learn all the time. And yes, City of Venus 2 is coming after.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, as soon as I'm done with the Pirates, I'm jumping back into the future,
okay.
so to speak, with City of Venus and that awesome story. So
I thoroughly enjoyed that first issue, bro.
Oh, thanks, man, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, can you scroll this? Can you scroll that up a little bit?
Which one you want to see?
Yeah, up a little more. Let's see. Whoa. They're right there. See, that's the panel that got me. The side boob. Look how big that tit is. If for no other reason than you like tits, you should go back this book.
Tits,
if you like wolves and tits. That wolf can smell that tit. That's what's going on there. He smells it.
If you're gonna do it right.
Yeah,
that's right. Quite a bit of tits.
Who did this piece, by the way?
Okay, so the covers. So the first two covers are by Elizabeth Torque.
Nice.
And the third cover is actually by her brother, Eduardo. And when she told me like she couldn't do the third cover and she's gonna get her brother to do it, I was like, okay, here we go. You're gonna, pawn me off on your brother. But all three of them did amazing. Both of them did amazing work on the three covers. Amazing.
Dude, no, they're killer. They're really killer, man. Beautiful stuff.
And then the internal pencils by Marcio Abreu, and I could have had him do the covers for real. It was just more. It was just more of a. He was already so vested into doing the sequentials that you know how it is, bro. It's just like there's so much work that already goes into that.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, you're telling a story through a visual format. It's going to take a lot of time to get things right, and and especially you're playing with this pantheon of all different gods from different cultures and stuff. You want to make sure to do your research and get this to where it needs to be. So,
exactly.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Part of the fun and part of what was hair raising about it is when you're building the world, so you're building the different pantheons. You're trying to give all the characters their own unique look. So, you're looking at like reference books. You're kind of looking at how they were depicted by folks back in the day and how do you translate that and how do you want to, so it's, it was fun, but it was crazy.
Yeah, man. It's awesome. So we got some great people in the chat tonight too, by the way. AT all day.
Yes, sir.
All day. Yeah. Spawn Bandito, great dude. Like I said, we have awesome people here. But yeah, like I said, man, it's important to showcase more creators and more people like this. We're kind of all over the gamut, all over the place. We all have different cool projects, and this community, I think, is strong. The way that we're doing it, how we keep building it. So we got to keep spotlighting people and creators. So, dude, yeah, this is great.
And I'm like, for me now, this is pretty much. I mean, it's like. I know people are belly aching about the big two. I'm not, because I'm not buying the book, so they're not getting my money. I don't really care. So it's like I've just been buying CG books.
Cool, man. Yeah, that's the way to do it, man. CG independent. Because yeah, the big two, I gave them one other chance. I got those Joker books, the 3 Jokers. I was so disappointed. The artwork looked great. I'm not, not taking anything away from him, but I think the story was ridiculous and unnecessary on every fucking level. And it's the way that he wrote it too. He almost forced the writer to do these multiple tiny panels in almost every fucking page, and it gets annoying. It throws you off, if you ask me. I like to see nice visual things, get bigger with the panels. You wasted pages just to show a handful of little dumb things that mean nothing to the story anyway.
Yeah.
It's like they're going backwards in how to fucking tell a story. But yeah, see, you get nice big shots in here.
Well, you know what's funny, bro? I think for all of us that are making books, people are always saying, hey, these are throwbacks to the 80s and the 90s. And it's like, yes, but it's like what we did was you gotta reference stuff that was actually working. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's a throwback to the 80s and 90s, but no, people are just making good books now. That's all that it is.
Yeah.
People indie books are just good books. Oh, these look more like, 80s and 90s books. Like, no, they're just good books. That's what it is.
Exactly, man. Because I mean, there was that big boom, 70s, 80s, and early 90s. That there's a reason why everything took off the way they did. It's because people wanted quality. They wanted stuff that they could sink their teeth into again, and that was different, or a little bit more for them. Or because you got to remember, we grew up in those times as well, right? So we're seeing big action movies. We're seeing cartoons that are over the top. I mean, shit like Thundercats, the opening cinematic for that. It's shit like that. You think that's not going to influence people? Of course it was. And of course it will. And it was bleeding into entertainment on every level. So comics were eventually getting to that point too. All right, let's get bigger. Let's get bolder. Let's be a little more sexy. Let's have some fucking fun. And now they're trying to put the reins on everyone. And now they all got to be short little fat meatballs. Those are your heroes. And get out of here. Dude, that's not heroic on any fucking level.
It destroys all the escapism that we all look for in our books.
It
and
does.
It's like I don't want to see any of those characters. I don't want to see any of them.
Mm-hmm. Same here, man. Same here. You could tell a fucking good story. You could go in almost any direction. You could go super sexy. You could just go kind of straight. But as long as you're telling a good fucking story, and the heroes look heroic. They don't have to be completely naked or anything like that. If you want to go that way, have fun. Go for it. But it depends. If you find a good balance and everything is what people want when they see it, it's going to take off. It's going to do well. This shit where we gotta placate to certain individuals, or we have to appease these small, tiny little groups. No, that's stupid. You're alienating the rest of the people who would have enjoyed this, and now they're not going near it because your characters look like little fucking hobbit mutants. It's silly, man. It's fucking silly.
And the thing is, nobody wants to see it, bro. That's why nobody's buying those books. So it's like at the point when you're catering to folks that aren't even comic book folks, you're done. Yeah. I look at all these different projects, and it's because everyone is a creator that's making a project. We all know what aesthetic we like. We know what we want to see in a book. I don't have to worry about, okay, man, how's this stuff going to be portrayed? This is going to suck, isn't it? No, because if you're a comic book guy, you know how you want to portray your characters, and you know how people want to see the characters.
Exactly, man. Exactly.
That's kind of the problem with entertainment in general, though. Like all these big ass companies are buying up all of these properties, and they're just catering to basically people who don't like it in the first place for some reason. They're completely ignoring their fan base, and when they're not ignoring their fan base, they're telling their fan base to fuck off. So. Yeah. Surprise, surprise, their products aren't doing very well.
I think that was like the biggest almost buzzkill when you realize that there are creators out there that actually, they don't seem to really like comics. So maybe they're just trying to use the stepping stone to become a TV writer. God bless you. If you want to be a TV writer or a movie writer, do that. But if you want to write comics, then do that and love comics. You see folks, they don't like comics. They don't like comic book readers. What are you doing it for?
Exactly, man. It's crazy. They're doing it for the fast buck. They're doing it, for that nonsense of filling their egos. Because you see people like you see how they are, how they treat people. It's not cool. It's the opposite, and it's this shit where they all want to be put on a pedestal. in front of their other peers. I mean, the narcissism is disgusting about it. That's what turned me off first and foremost before everything else. And by the way, we got Jason in the house now. How are we doing, brother?
What up, Jason?
All right. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hopefully I can stay. I'm on my iPad, and I tend to not do so well on my iPad because I can't be out in the living room. People are watching TV. But, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. And, touching on what you all are saying, I was thinking about this kind of earlier in the week and stuff. They're really like this. I'm CG and everything, but there shouldn't be a need for a CG. There really shouldn't. Comics shouldn't exist because comics should be good in the first place. Yeah. They shouldn't. There's no reason for this crap. It's, I'm glad I love CG. I'm part of CG. There's amazing stuff coming out of the indie scene, but that should be coming out of mainstream and as well, like Dark Horse, Image, and in shops themselves.
I agree.
It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I agree, but that's the funny thing, Jason. That's how I became a part of CG. I wasn't even really trying to. All I wanted to do was make books, And a buddy of mine was like, "Oh man, you need to be careful this group CG." So I was just like, I didn't even know what it was. So I was like, "Well, what's up with it?" Well, X, Y, and Z. So I said, I tried to educate myself, and I reached right out to John Malin, and John had me on the show. And I was like, look, these folks just want to make books, bro. That's all they want to do. Want to make books and not be censored, in the books that they're making. And I'm like, that's me. Real simple, exactly. That's me. So you're right. The community shouldn't need to exist. But the problem is when you have big machines like Disney and basically AT&T that are running comics, they're not going to run it like this. It's just a corporate machine, and they're just worried about giving particular messages and whatever other nonsense that doesn't sell comics. Yeah,
man, I hear you, dude. Oh, Smiling Bandito, yeah, man, have a good one, dude. But yeah, dude, I agree. I'm the same fucking way. Like, I was creating books on my own. I decided a while ago that I was fucking walking away from the mainstream because I couldn't stand them. I was doing conventions. That's where I was selling a couple like my floppies here and there. And I was kind of building up my own little audience and crowd because every time I went to a show, the same way that I am on the streams, I'm like that in person. So I had a pretty good crowd around me at almost every show that I did. And I had professionals just scratching their head. Well, why is that? I don't understand. What are you working on? Blah, blah, blah. I'm being a fucking person, something that you guys don't know how to be. They like the work. They like who I am. So there you go. It doesn't take, a scientist to put that together. Be respectful, get good, great quality out there. And then, then I stumbled upon all this and I saw what Ethan was doing. So I reached out to him but again, like someone who's that busy and is getting hit up all the time, you're not always going to get on his radar. If you do, it's like I happen to be on a couple of streams where he popped on. He's like, yeah, I'll get you on. And it didn't happen the first time around, right? So my first campaign, it didn't hit the goals, but I made mistakes too. I set it too high, heard the wrong advice, things like that. But I fulfilled, and I fulfilled immediately. So the people who backed it all got their book lightning fast. Nice. I think I did priority mail on those, and then it kept snowballing because either way, if I was accepted into a community or not, I was still going to keep doing this, right? That's right. It just so happens then he he decided to put me on a little bit later on a different campaign, and it is what it is. But I've been snowballing things because I'm getting the books out. I'm being consistent with quality. I'm making sure that everyone gets these books in their hands immediately, and that's what fucking counts. That's what matters. And I'm also doing my stories of the business, who I've dealt with, who fucked me over, who didn't, and I let the fans decide. And that's how it should be, right? We just educate people and get our fucking projects out there. It's not that hard.
Well, but it's a big deal though, because the information flows so freely in this community. It's like, whether it's just something tactical like printing or whatever. I mean, there's so much knowledge here and people are willing to share it. It's not just like, okay, well, you're going to let that clown go and let John trip on his face. And people actually want you to succeed. As opposed to, look at him, he's totally screwing up. He is just going to fall on his face. But everybody, like, people see you and they're just like, hey, bro, why don't you change your page like this? Hey, have you thought about these options for printing? And I'm like, man, this is awesome.
Mm-hmm. we got to listen to people too. I just want to say hi to Kami Mark real quick too, because he said hi to
Kami Mark.
everybody.
What up,
Hey,
Tommy
Tommy
Mark?
Mark.
What's up, my brother? What's up, Kami Mark?
Yeah, and Mo Biggs is being cute.
Hey, Mo Biggs.
Yeah, the only mainstream guy who ever had Vinny's back was Joe Q. Yeah, he was trying to climb on my back, and I kept fucking bitch slapping him off. But yeah, no, like I'm telling people about like these snakes because we need to expose them for what the fuck they are. And you know what? Everyone knows the evil shitheads for what they are. Because I'm not the first one to tell these stories. Other people are hearing it, but if it gives them the confidence to tell their story, yeah, go for it. Why the hell not? Because the mainstream's falling to shit anyway. I'm sick of these people trying to kiss up to them, and what I've seen at those conventions and how things operate. It's so fucking dirty, top to bottom. They all want you to kiss ass. Throw a bunch of money at them. They blow smoke up your ass, and you never get fucking hired anyway. That's usually how it goes. Yeah. Or if you do happen to get a fucking meeting, I got a couple of meetings at the different places. I was gonna sign a contract, and Joe stepped in and screwed me over, put his friend on the book, ripped me off. It's that kind of shit. It's dirty, man. It's fucking dirty. Yeah, I was supposed to work on a Spider-Man title, but that's how these people are, because they want to protect their own. They don't give a shit about getting new blood in there, and now that they're doing it, it's because they have to appease their bosses. They have to make sure this new wave of horseshit that they're cramming down everyone's throat of, everyone knows, like the ultra feminist bullshit and all these other agendas they're trying to put in. Starbucks scenes, yeah, that's really going to sell books.
I love it when Thor talks about his feelings. That's my favorite.
It doesn't even sell coffee.
Holy crap. The things that they talk about in these books and what they do, it's mind-blowing how shitty it all is. And they go, well, how come sales are bad? It must be the toxic people. Yeah, it's the toxic people.
Exactly.
You're the
toxic people.
Fuck with. Jesus Christ, man.
Just vote with your dollars. It's real simple.
Yeah.
People aren't voting for that stuff. That's all that it is. It's whack.
Exactly. So yeah, if you want sexy books, you want fun stuff, you want great stories, come over here. Back our projects, Like I said, we got a bunch of great stuff here. Then, like I said, I'll be launching Shadow of the Kraken about the first week of January. I'm looking at right now. So trying to get a couple more things done before we do that. The campaign is almost completed. I'm almost ready. I could just hit the button. But again, it's Christmas time. Everyone's got their hands in their pockets going, oh, we spent too much already.
Yeah.
So I understand that. What was that?
Did you got the itchy trigger finger?
Yeah, I do.
Don't launch it on Christmas, brother.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, screw it. I'm just launching this thing.
Oh God. I came this close around Thanksgiving, but everyone advised me to wait. So I said, yeah, January, then it is. And then, we're locked on that. But Red knows what I've been doing with these pages. He's seen a lot of this book. So he knows why I'm eager to launch it.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, the level is, again, I keep raising that bar on myself. I never compare myself to anyone else, just to my previous campaigns, just to my previous work. That's how you grow as an artist.
There you go.
You can respect other people. You can see what they're doing if you want to help them out a little bit or give tips here and there, or, and I've heard a bunch of great tips as well. That's how it's supposed to be, helping each other out, getting great work out, and that's what we're all about. That's where Ink Spots, him and I, we were on Scotsman's channel for a good series of shows on how to color and how to give tips to different people. And it's great to see people's process. I mean, Inks, dude, you fucking kill it. I love the way that you color and the process that you were teaching people. It's fucking amazing.
I know.
That's awesome.
I know.
That's awesome. And he's humble.
Hey, when
I love, I remember when I was first starting out and I was just like crawling the web, trying to get anybody just to tell me how to do stuff. I mean, something as simple as what size do I make my comic book pages? Things like that. I mean, just trying to get the simplest information was so hard, and I don't think it should be like that. I think everyone should just, share their information, because you want another generation, you want a young generation, or at least some of them, to pick up, so this thing doesn't die after us. Are we going to be the last generation? There's no more comics after this? No, you want them young people to get into it. You want some of them to fall in love with it and carry it on. I know how much I loved comic books when I was a kid. I had a horrible life growing up, and comic books got me through it. I could, like you guys were saying, you can escape into another world where you're fucking slinging webs or freaking throwing a mighty hammer. That's the shit you want. That's a good escapism, not rioting on the streets and lighting shit on fire. You want, escape into your own mind, and that's what I'm saying. Where I'm coming from.
Oh yeah, that's why we got Pill Rider in the house with another great comic.
Yeah,
I grow as an artist when I see a nice rock.
Yeah, well, we're trying to help you grow as an artist here, man.
Always.
I'm trying to help you out there, Pill Rider.
Hail, brother. Hail, Frankie, too, my other brother. No, like I said, we got great people. Meta, what's up, dude? Kick Boner King, what? What's going on there? But yeah, dude, and that's what it's about. It's fucking doing the right thing, getting great fucking quality out there. And yeah, just because I want to, we're going to be showing this trailer again. Damn, what a beautiful trailer.
That's fire, man. That is pure fire.
Red, home run, buddy. Dude, I can never get sick of that fucking thing.
That's fire.
Do it justice, man.
Dude, man, I like I said, man, I get the itchy finger again. Every time I see that trailer, I want to go live, but I got to hold back. January, guys. January. Start of January, we're doing that, and I fucking can't wait. So yeah, it's going to be a good thing. Let me see.
Vinny, I'm going to hop for the time being. I told Sim I would doodle and chill with him for a minute, so I'm going to go do that. And if you're still going when I'm done there, I'll hop back.
Cool, man. Yeah, tell him I said hello. Yeah, I didn't realize. Like again, it's hard not to trip over other people's streams.
Yeah, it's almost impossible.
All right, dude. We'll catch you later.
Cool. Later, thanks, guys.
Later, man.
Later, man.
Nice, man. Great guy. Fucking beautiful project, too.
He's gone. Jeez.
I know. Sim's my bro, and I'm over here with you instead, man. He's
well. It happens. No. Son Sworn, he's in the process of fulfilling this right now. So if you guys haven't gotten it yet, jump on it. I suggest you do it as soon as you can. Dude, he's been packing up and mailing things like crazy. So I'm sure they'll be flooding in this week. But yeah, it looks amazing. What they did with this cover, like the finish on it, is absolutely gorgeous. He's got like the gold foil on the actual logo, and it's got a nice shine to it. It printed so amazing.
It's cool that he went with prose. I mean, he got a novel done through Comicsgate. That's pretty damn cool, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. First novel in Comicsgate. How do you like them apples, bitches?
Yeah, apple
We're
sauce.
expanding. We're expanding.
That's right. We're always growing, like Pale Rider said earlier.
That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome.
Dude, totally, man. And yeah, man, Jason, tell us about your book. Because like you said, you were saying that your iPad doesn't you might get kicked or something. So let's talk about this.
Oh, cool, man. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, that robot and stuff. The less people that are in, the better my connection is. So I'm glad Red left because, man, he annoys me. No, I love Red Gaze.
Freaking
No,
Red.
yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Book 2, man. It picks up a little bit after the end of book 1. Book 1's cliffhanger, and it's just it's the end. It's the end of this story arc. It's 46 pages. Well, actually, it's going to be more than 46 pages because I didn't plan things out properly. So it still costs 15. Like the initial book will be just 15 back, but it's going to be like almost 60 pages.
Nice.
Nice.
Black and white. So it's the
I'm thinking
conclusion.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No one's complaining about extra pages for the same price.
Yeah, I didn't plan it right. I had the first 23 pages done. It was going to be 46, but as I'm going, I'm like, I can't end this in 46. It's going to be a 1-page battle if I do that.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Can't do that, bro.
Nah, man, I can't do that to the fans, man, to the people.
Yeah, just fucking stretch it out. Do what you got to do.
Yeah. So, like I'm when I do books, I layouts and as well as plot as I go. So I don't have a script, so that's also why the layouts to the last half are taking longer because I'm I'm plotting out the book as I go. So it's close to being done with layouts. Once I'm done with layouts, then I'm gonna go dive right into drawing it.
Nice. Yeah, try to tackle it. I mean, I don't know the full process of how you do it, but if you do like at least a couple of pages, like do anywhere between 4 and 10 pages, kind of like storyboard it out real quick, just to see how your pacing is or how the beats of the action are going to go. That's usually a good way of fleshing out like how many pages something's going to be, or that's an approach. But yeah, I mean, again, because we're artists and we're wacky too. Sometimes it's like no, I got a cool vision over here, and I want to make sure that this is going to be big, and so we always leave that room.
And I did but didn't, because initially I was going to pitch this somewhere like maybe Image, Dark Horse, whatever. So I initially planned for 23 pages, and things happen the way they happen for the better. So you know what, and I'm totally fine with it being more than what I intended. It's going to be cool, man.
Nice, man. You got a video here too, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's hit this. Let's check it out.
Oh, if Daddy has arrived. Guess I were a slit. He's been getting his ranchers off ever since I came to. He keeps asking me about tumult and circuits, and I keep telling him what he can do with his circuits. He thinks it's funny. Threatens me with pain. Threatens my companions with death. I think that's funny. He doesn't like me laughing. I don't like him breathing.
Yeah, just
Dude.
a quick little trailer. Yeah.
Dude, killer.
Dude.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. That's one of the pages. Yeah.
Nice. When are you launching?
I'm hoping for March. I want to launch once the book is done, except for maybe edits. So I like your model, and I've always tried to follow like that, where the book is done. And I do understand people do like to watch you work on it in the process, but at the same time, if the book is done, they're going to get it.
Oh,
exactly.
No question.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's why I waited too, and I'm taking more of my time on the pirate book for that reason too, right? It's because I want to be able to showcase some other stuff and let people know what I'm working on too. And every campaign I've tackled a little bit differently. And those first ones, they were all done first, and then I started releasing them. So we need to change things up and see what works and what's going to be better, and But it's smart. I highly suggest. It's a smart thing that you're doing, having this completed first and then going with it. Because you want to build, right? It's that momentum. It's gonna help the other campaigns and stuff.
Correct.
And it takes the guesswork out for people that are buying. That's what I did with Magna too. 75 pages are complete, so it's like even if nobody else buys the book, people that's back know they're going to get the book. It's not like oh man, John didn't get an extra however many bucks, so this may not happen.
Yeah, And
No, I hear you.
in this campaign, book 1 will be offered as well. So if you didn't back the first campaign, you can still get it.
Sweet. That's a good thing. And
That was a good book, bro.
It's
you,
like Mo Big said as well, right? Yeah. No one's perfect. If you made a mistake and you forgot to back my book or Absolute Book 1, go for it. I know I'm still running back and forth to the post office. It's Christmas time. You want some good gifts for your friends and family. This is the way to do it. Grab some books that are already completed, and we try to ship them out as soon as we can. I know it's like another week and a half. Yeah, about a week and a half before Christmas. But we. I don't know how close it's going to be, but if you're going to back it, back it tonight. We'll mail them out as soon as we can. Usually it's there next day.
When you printed your books, how much overage did you print?
I think, because it was the hardcover on that one, I did about 1,000 books. Okay. There's over 710 of them went. But then you gotta account for some damages as well. So I have, I think, around 200 or left that you could actually still buy. But then that's it. When they're gone, they're gone. I'm not going back to print with them. It's special for what it is. Thanks, man.
That book. I mean, when I got that thing, I was like, wow.
Yeah,
dude. That prestige size hardcover. I was like, oh snap.
I'll walk past and I'll grab it and thumb through it every time, just because of just the finish on it, how it came out. Here's a classic knock. Every page, I'm telling you, it's just I was blown away at the print quality on these, and I've had other people too who told me the same thing. Like, they could not believe the quality that they got. And again, I didn't hit 6 figures on this. We're coming very close to 40,000, which is amazing. So if you guys want to keep supporting it, dude, please do. But again, this could have just been a soft cover, but I wanted to do it special for you guys. That's why we did what we did and made it a hardcover. And again, hitting those cool stretch goals, and that's because of everyone here. So I'm eternally grateful, and we're gonna keep making sure every fucking project is going to be better and better every time we get out the gate with them. So
that's it.
And speaking of more cool projects, tell us about Ink Slayer.
Okay, what's going on with Ink Slayers? You got myself, who I don't know if everybody knows, but I'm the colorist on Cash Grab. I'm the colorist on Charlie's London. I'm the colorist on quite a few comics book projects that are coming up. Then we got the Spartan Scotsman, who colored all over 200 pages of Xenotype. But what people don't also know is he was an inker at Extreme Studios, an assistant inker there. And then we have Sim, who's brought out a ton of book. He's got Tales from the Nadsverse. So we're all what I would consider kind of like mid-tier comic skaters. We're known, but we're not real well known. So we're all getting together after we finish everybody else's projects, and we're starting our own studio. It's going to be Ink Slayer Studio. This is my project that I wrote, that I'm bringing out. This kid is called Mega Mayhem Rock Boy, and he is a demigod that can absorb rock and roll and then turn it into different powers. So say he hears Thunderstruck, right? AC/DC, boom, lightning, boom, he can shoot lightning. He hears speed metal, he can take that speed metal and makes him faster. Just things like that. He can absorb rock and roll. He's a demigod. It's a deep story, and the gods of rock have given him his powers. He's going to fight against the villain, which is the Cuccubus. Now, the Cuccubus is a big, fat, blue-haired whale in this case, and she sucks the souls out of young boys and turns them into her army of cucks. And she can command them. She's the same as the Cuccubus, except she's a Cuccubus. She has many young boys, her pack of cucks that she will stick in our young hero. And we're going to do a magazine, Ink Slayer magazine. It's going to have 4 individual properties in it. Each of us, founders of the company, are going to have our own, like a full-length comic book in there. And then, so this is going to be what I'm doing. A lot of people have seen Sim's work, but they've seen like all the work.
Wait. I got a question about that project first.
Yes.
Before you move on. So what happens if my man gets bombarded with disco music?
Ooh, that's right now he only knows that he can absorb rock and roll, but there's a twist later on. There's a twist later on. It's going to save his life in a later issue. I actually got this book written up to about 9 issues right now. So the first magazine's going to go out and everything should work. Yeah,
that is beautiful, man.
Cool,
yeah, and so and then we got my man Sim. You guys know that he's doing Tales from the Natverse. What you guys don't know is the artwork you see from that book is like 10 years old. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of bugging me a little bit because he is so much better than the artwork you're seeing right there. That's like the next chapter in Tales from the Natverse is going to be. Look at this. I mean, God, look how awesome that drawing is. And then we got stuff like this. And we got stuff like this coming up. And what we're going to do in the magazine is he's going to do his penciled version of the comic, and then I am going to paint over the top of it digitally. And then the Spartan Scotsman's got a manga-inspired book about samurais, alien weapons. It's going to be freaking fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, so we're all putting it together. I mean, we're all decent artists in our own right, but when you get a group of decent artists and put them all together, we're working in a pipeline so that the pages are going to go right down the line. Sim is going to actually pencil or rough out all of the books, but every book's going to look different because we're swapping up duties on each book. So on my book, he is going to rough it out real rough. I'm going to do finished pencils. Then we're shooting the book over to the Spartan Scotsman, who right now is the fantastic colorist on Xenotype. And he, like I said, he worked at Extreme Studios as an inker, and he is freaking good, man. I mean, his inks are slick, gorgeous stuff. So he's going to ink it, shoot it back to me for colors. So we got a whole pipeline going. So,
and it's still great. You got your own studio.
Yeah, we're doing our own studio, and we're combining all of our talents, and we're hopefully going to put out a great, like a really polished, product that looks, along the lines of what Extreme Studios was doing, maybe a little bit like Heavy Metal Magazine, because we're going to do it in magazine format, the largest size. And what we're hoping to do with this is we're going to put out 3 issues. By the time we hit 3 issues, we'll each have on our own property enough books out to put out 1 premium graphic novel each title. And then we're just going to keep the magazine rolling, eventually bringing in other creators that maybe can't afford to put out their own books. And anybody that gets in the book actually gets a cut of the full profit of the book. So that's how we're going to run it. So, and we're hoping it's going to be something good, something big. We're all trying new things, hopefully to get known and sell some books. So
and that's it, man.
That's awesome.
It's what I was preaching before, man. It's talented people getting together, helping one another, getting cool shit out there, And again, we have to try different things. It's what's going to help this grow even more. And again,
you're not creators.
I ain't seen nothing.
I'm in the middle of Cash Grab. It's almost done, guys. Donald's getting very close to having all the pages to me, and then I'm going to be the turd that's behind. So it's going to be on me. So I'm getting stressed and I'm getting it done.
Sometimes that's the turd though that makes you feel better afterwards because you're like, oh, it's all finally out. Oh, I feel better.
Relief.
Yeah.
I think Frankie's jumping over to another stream. So yeah,
later, Frankie.
Thanks for jumping in, bro.
It might be lighting pros.
Yeah, I think so. It's been a minute since I jumped on those too. Maybe I'll jump in a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, my plate has been so full for so fucking long. That's why I've literally been running campaigns for 2 years straight almost. I think March might be 2 years straight. So it's sleep deprivation, everything else. But I got over 2,000 books out the door and into people's hands.
That's amazing, dude. That's amazing,
dude. I'm very happy. It's a lot of hard work, but I'm so happy when people get these things in hands. And then when they read the stories and they tell me what they thought of it, and it's been 99.9% all fucking positive across the board. I am just thrilled. And again, we're going to keep doing this. Everyone here on panel, we all got killer projects coming. So, make sure, put that money aside, I know Christmas took a lot out of people, but put that money aside for these books because you're gonna want them. I'm telling you. And
people, you get gift cards and you get money for Christmas. Just save that. Save the money that you get for Christmas that your grandpa sent you. And back then Shadow of the Kraken. It's not complicated.
That's right.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Have a good night, bro.
Hey, Silvar.
Hey, peace out,
thanks
man.
for dropping in. Because these books are going to be super limited, and some of our covers and things too. Like I got an idea for what I'm doing when I launch it, and you're going to want to get in there in the first week because when you miss out on what I'm offering in the first week, you're going to be pissed that you missed it, and that's it. I'm not bringing it back. So that's why I said please sign up on these campaigns as well. You're going to get a free mini print with your first purchase right off the bat, as long as you sign up. Straight from there. And we're going to have some exclusive stuff too. I have very small numbers of certain items that I'm going to be offering, including I got a beanie made up.
There you go.
Hey.
So let me get this. Yeah. Bam.
Ooh,
nice.
With the nice
That's
logo in
cool,
there.
man.
It's washing out the skull, but you got it. We got keychains we're offering as well, so they're going to be available. I'm playing around. Again, I'm not a giant name. I don't have a fucking huge bank account either or nothing. We're working to get these things out the door to you guys, and to offer something a little bit different. So again,
that's part of the growth, man. We're all kind of experimenting as we go. I mean, we're learning off of each other, but we're all trying stuff and we're all, doing new stuff. Sorry, Jason, didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
Oh no, you're all good, man. I was just gonna say that Vinny, you are a name though in the community. If anybody says Vinny, they know instantly who you're talking about, and not only that it's gonna be quality, and that you're gonna get your book. You're a big model for the way a lot of people run campaigns these days.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I seriously do.
It's true. Just like Jason, I took your model to get my book produced first on this campaign. So I was like, what?
That was Vinny's model.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, just like you, Jason, I took that from Vinny. I was like, well, you know what? I want to make sure my book is done. So all I got to contend with is getting it printed and distributed once the campaign is completed.
Right. And it's a good way of going, at least for the first projects. If you could do it, do it. I always recommend that to people, because it's gonna help you, because they know that they could trust you right off the bat. They go, okay, this guy, he delivers. We know we're gonna get great projects. Because I know in the beginning I sort of crossed the board. Oh, these people will never finish their books, and the antis were attacking nonstop. I mean, it was ridiculous. Why are you attacking creators who are pretty much on the indie scene? Why? Who's that benefit? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're working our asses off. You know who's not working? The mainstream. They're phoning in everything. Shit's still late, and they have an army of people working on these fucking projects. The majority of people who are doing what we're doing, it's maybe 2-3 people tops on these books. In a lot of cases, well, not a shit ton of cases, but there's a few cases like myself, that it's one person doing all the entirety of a fucking book. It's not easy to do. It is not easy. So, when we get that shit from these other people, that's why we have to defend ourselves. We don't start it, but if they come over here, we're gonna shoot them down, and we're gonna put them in their fucking place, because that's what we have to do.
And the funny thing is, when you were collecting comics as a kid, you never would think in a heartbeat like things would be this malicious, this vindictive in a business where it's all about storytelling and fun and engagement. You would never guess it.
Because as a kid, didn't you think, man, there must be no better industry to work in than the comic book industry? Because everybody must be having a blast.
I know.
Creating awesome stuff. They're working with awesome characters. You're just like
nothing like that.
I got my first tip off. My first tip off when I was in high school. I had met Stan Lee. He's the one who opened my eyes to the reality of what it is. Because he sat there, he was having problems with Marvel. They even wanted to sue him. There was a bunch of shit going on. It was right before the first Spider-Man movie came out or whatever. I think
okay,
they had just announced that they signed a deal or something, and no one knows what was going on. I don't even think X-Men was out yet. But so I meet him, and he goes, "Kid, your work's amazing." He's flipping through. He's got a line out the door. He's just kind of thumbing through going, "Wow." He goes, "I got to tell you, though, don't go to Marvel." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Go to the other guys, but you got to be careful." Like, dude, Stan Lee's telling me to watch out because these people are fucking vipers across the board. So then when I started actually right after high school, I started working for McFarlane, and I really saw how it was. I saw how they treat people, how they talk about people, and it sickened me to the core when I saw that shit. Fucking infuriated me. You know?
It makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense.
It makes zero sense because these are the people that they're relying on to get their businesses and their projects off the ground. Now, mind you, Todd was he is good with people. He definitely is. But when it came to his own employees, it was a little bit of a different matter. But it's also because he didn't have full eyes and control over that art division because we were in New Jersey and he was in Arizona. So it was always like via the webcams, but it was way different. It's not like it is now. I mean, it took almost the entirety of the day for them to set up the camera in order for it to start working, and then it didn't, and then it would go by itself. And sometimes we saw an empty room, or his assistant will walk in, and you see them picking up his toys off the ground like he was a 5-year-old who was just playing with his shit. I mean, and a lot of times that's what the meetings were: him sitting on the floor, grabbing his figures and playing with them, turning the figure, making his weird noises. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Is this guy is he like an idiot savant? I mean, because I had met him twice prior to that before working for him, and I'm like, he didn't seem brain damaged. But when we're seeing him on camera, it's like, what am I watching?
He forgets he's on camera. You're like, Todd, bro, you're on camera.
I met him once at a gas station because I live in Arizona, and then I was so like starstruck, you know, because he was like, "Oh, this is the guy that did my favorite Spider-Man issues and Spawn," and it was funny because I'm like blabbering like a moron, and no one else knew who the hell he was, you know, because he's a comic book, and no one knows that except for if you're a geek like me,
right?
And so I'm so geeky now though that I carry a stack of Spawn books in my car in case I ever run into him at a gas station again.
You're just like a Boy Scout. You're just prepared, man.
Yeah.
That is fucking.
I'm in Arizona. I'm going to see Todd again. I got my Spawn books.
Sweet. Dude, that's killer. Yeah. I ran into him again afterwards, after I worked for him a couple years later at New York Comic Con. We were out in the street, though. It was like after they were just closed up and everyone was kind of leaving. And I literally, we bumped into one another. He turned around. He's like, "Vinny, how you doing, man?" Like, you know, and he was very personable and really cool. And again, that's not something that's easy to remember off the bat either, because it's been a number of years. I wasn't expecting to remember my name at all.
Yeah,
I didn't have a lot of dialogue with him. It's when, you know, we were on camera. I was basically like, you know, here's the designs and stuff, and he would ask to tell you to change this or that, or that was okay, go for it, send it over to the sculpting department. It wasn't really like on a one-on-one basis with them, you know.
Right.
But he was signing my check, so I guess he's gonna remember me.
There you go.
But other cool thing though, yeah, that's why Stan Lee was the best. An honor, dude. The honor was, I guess it was maybe 2 or 3 years before he passed away. He walked past my table at C2E2 in Chicago, and he stopped and he told his guys that he wanted a couple of pieces, and because they had to usher him to his table. So he bought original artwork from me, which I was like, holy shit, Stan wants what? People, yeah, anything you want signed. He said, just hand it to him, and you know, we'll run it over and get it signed. So I was like, holy shit. So yeah, that was my biggest honor, and I have a Spider-Man piece signed by him. That yeah, it's one of those, just I've had things that are, you know, to me worth more or whatever, but that specifically, this piece, it's my print with him signing on it. I treasure that because of what it meant, and that I was supposed to work on Spider-Man. So having that from Stan and that acknowledgement was fucking amazing.
Yeah,
So yeah. Dude,
But he's
rest
also
in
a
peace.
model of what you don't want to be. Hearing all the stories about how unhappy he was in his later years after being in this industry that we
Right.
all, had dreams about being in when we were young and how we thought it would be. And he was in it from the beginning, and he was, how he was at the end there.
Well,
Yeah,
hey, dude, you better see Kirby.
well, yeah,
You
Kirby
know?
had it.
Yeah.
Kirby's rough, dude. You
Yeah,
know?
he did. Yeah, he did. The thing with Stan, and this is the other thing too. Like, I think Todd could have helped them because they were friends, and he would visit him from time to time. They abused the shit out of him in the end. That he really didn't have much that he could have done or said, and those people were literally taking advantage of him in every possible way. So I can understand his anger towards all that shit. But the thing that was kind of keeping him going was making fans happy. But then it became like that rotating door. It was the same shit everywhere he went, and they would just kind of like fucking Weekend at Bernie with them is just all right, here's Stan, we're gonna sit him down.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, it was aggravating. In the end, I didn't want to see him. That's why when I was at shows, I never went out of my way to go to his table or anything like that, because I know this guy's getting bombarded 24/7. You gotta remember too, they didn't want him. You couldn't shake hands because he's so old. You could have really seriously hurt him. Someone with a firm grip, yeah, dude, they could break the bones in his hand.
Right.
The guy was in his 90s, and they were still shipping him to conventions.
Yeah, God,
So,
man.
yeah, that's why I said, like, it was just a couple of years before he passed. He was still mobile. He was still doing his thing. But again, I still didn't even want to bother him when he came by my table. I'm like, oh, dude, Stan, it's great to see you again. But, and they're like, oh, no, we got to get him over there. And he's like, no, wait. And he's like, yeah, I want to buy those pieces. So, I mean, that is some cool shit. And to see that he still does have, or he still did have an eye for things, even in the end when you couldn't really even see as much. Because anyone who did run into him, it was just put the marker in his hand. They could have got a stamp. But dude, it's crazy.
Well, that's a good thing about what we're doing too. Hopefully we're all gonna be in a very different situation when we're that age. Like we're not making all these characters for some corporate entity to own and make. These are our characters to sell merchandise and sell books and hopefully, just make a decent living at and do what we actually love. We're creators, but we're also fans. Like I'm a huge freaking comic book geek. And so I love comic books. I love them. It's there's a big difference from someone, they say this is just a job, but no, you actually love it and you want to do it and you can't wait to sit down at your drawing table and get that pencil in your hand and feel it against the paper. I mean, it's different when you have that kind of love for what you're doing.
But Stan and Jack, they're the ones that taught us the links. They're the ones that taught us, and it's been a long road to it, but it's like you can't trust the corporate machine.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't. We have the benefit of looking back at them. They had no one else to look back at, man. They didn't know they were going to get screwed like they got screwed. Right. We have that now. We can look back, and that's why CG exists, because that's not acceptable. That machine is not acceptable, and the way it treats its creators and its artists is not acceptable.
Yeah, it's not. And then even they have with the little defense fund or something for older creators. I seen what they did to certain creators. I did a piece for one of the creators of Ghost Rider when Marvel was trying to sue him. The guy
give him a break, man. Can you believe that shit?
Oh, dude,
they're trying to kill him, dude. They were trying to kill him.
Yeah, and eventually he did pass away. And and in the end, this is how he has to go out, like fucking penniless and sick. I mean, these people are fucking monsters, like truly. That's why I donated that piece. I think Steve Niles was setting up a fund for him or something to donate for his legal fees and stuff and some of his medical shit. And that's why I gave it to them, because I heard from the creator, and he was so touched that I would even have done something like that. And it's just out of sheer respect. I had one of my great friends. He passed away. He's another old time legend, Alan Bellman. He worked on some of the first Captain America stuff. He was in his 90s and he passed away. The last show that I saw him at was SuperCon. It was the 4th of July. over in Miami, and how they treated him. I was so fucking pissed because the promoters had sold their convention over to Reed Pop, the ones that do New York Comic Con and Emerald City and all these places, and because they wanted some money or whatever, they had the Bang energy drink. They had like a stage set up, and they were the sponsor for the show. The first 2 days, the music was blaring so loud you couldn't hear it, someone 2 feet in front of you, and they had the 90-year-old legend in front of their booth.
Oh, geez.
I walked over to him. I said, "Alan, you're all right?" He's like, "Vinny, I don't know where I am because I feel like my bones are shaking." I was like, "Get somebody over here," and we found someone, and like they eventually lowered the fucking music the next day. But this is how they treated him.
Wow, that's
fucking
absurd.
Absolutely disgusting. Disgusting what they did. And this is how these fucking people are. They don't care as long as they have a little bit of money from. Oh no, yeah, we got a big sponsor. Yeah. They're not paying attention to what they're doing. They're not paying attention to the layouts, how they're treating people. And then they have this whole thing of like they kiss each other's asses at these shows 24/7. You see these creators running over to the promoters, giving them shit for free, and they're walking around like gods too because now they think that they're celebrities. It's the whole way that it works is just nauseating. That's why what we're doing is important because we're having a one-on-one. We're being people. That's what fucking matters here. It's this connection that we're having with people in chat, other creators, and you have to be genuine. Because if you're not, people are going to see through you. They're going to see through you so fucking easily. There's a handful that are very, very phony and they're good at it. People haven't seen yet, but some creators could spot it. If you question why so-and-so isn't over here, that could be why as well. But that's another story for another day.
Well, no, and that's also why what we're doing is awesome because, like Inkspot says, we're fans first. Also, so as a fan, I want to put out something really cool that I would buy. So I would want to treat my fellow creators the way I would want to be treated at like a show or something. I would want to have some respect, so I'm going to show some respect.
Exactly.
It's not complicated.
Exactly.
I always say that, man. Respect for respect. When it's not given, don't expect it from me, motherfucker. But if you're gonna be cool, you're gonna be all right. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time because that's what it should be about. And Spike 220 says, "Yeah, I can back up what Vinny said. Was saying about the con and Alan Bellman. I was. Oh yeah, see, yeah, you were there. It was fucking so wrong what they did. How do you treat anybody like that? And one of my other friends, another guy, he's got to be. Yes, he's got to be in his 80s or something now. Yeah, they had him next to Alan as well. You got 2 old legends in front of this dude.
That's pretty atrocious.
I'm not going to say what. Yeah, if I say what I wanted to say, I'd probably get my channel fucking shut. So I'm not going to say it.
Oh my gosh, crazy, bro.
But yeah,
jump over to Red Valkyrie and say it. There you go. Jump over to Shay's channel and say it. There you go.
Yeah, I know. Slide doesn't care. Slide goes off, which I love. I might swing over in a little bit, but I don't think I hit the trailer to Manga, so we're gonna hit this Magna, maybe some last words, and then we'll probably finish it off. We did pretty good tonight, I think. Tomorrow, so you guys know, around 4 p.m. Eastern, I'm gonna have on Charlie's London and William. We're gonna go over their projects. We're gonna hang out. I don't know who else is gonna come on. I kind of play it by ear. Again, you guys know I stopped preparing streams. I just kind of
I don't prepare anything either. I'm with you there.
To me, I'd rather be more natural. And at the time too, it's if I'm working real fucking hard, I'm not looking at the clock either. So
exactly.
If I don't want to miss it myself. And they're like, "What the fuck is your stream?" But yeah, let's hit the video. If it'll play.
Oh, baby, come on. Welcome to Tree City, Idaho. The year is 1942. Spring is in the air, but times are tense as the world finds itself at war. While high school senior Kari Skogsholm finds her provincial life unfulfilling, her parents are eager to keep their lives and, most importantly, their extraordinary daughter under the radar as long as they can. But time is not on their side. They prepare to flee to protect Kari, but something within her compels her to stay and take a stand. It's time to learn truths that have been kept from her, be it out of love or fear or something else. It's time to answer the calling upon her life, whatever that may be. So her journey begins, and things would never be the same. But Kari's story finds its roots millennia prior. The men of renown, known as the sons of God, and the daughters of men in the first and second heavens, joined with raised arms one last time, combining all the power that they had to command. In the heavens, above the world, the last stand of these mighty men was also the last appearance of the agents of destruction, until their reemergence in 1942. Kari must learn the truth about herself, determine the end game of these supernatural agents of destruction, and how to stop them before all is lost. Yes, sir.
Dude, killer.
Back
So yeah, you guys haven't. If you haven't backed it yet, please do. You're gonna be very happy you did. Let me see. Hard boiled. Yeah, he's asking for another trailer. I should still have it. You guys love seeing it, so we'll show it.
It's a good book, man.
Oh yeah.
Back through the woods today on Indiegogo.
God bless Kelsey.
Today on Indiegogo.
Best trailer in CG.
Yeah, hands down. Hands all around.
Best trailer I've ever seen.
That's
Yeah.
how you do
Hell
it.
That'll sell books.
That's
I
what I'm
went about
talking
it all. I
about.
went about it all wrong.
Right. So yeah, I want to thank everybody here. You guys are all awesome. Everyone in chat, you guys fucking rock.
Chat.
Hard boiled hail, brother. So yeah, tune in tomorrow. Different bat time, but same bat channel. So 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, we'll have a good time and we'll cover some stuff. So
Taylor, you want to see what I've been sketching while I've been on? That's
sure,
how
man.
off camera.
Oh, cool.
Nice, bro.
Little
Dude.
work.
See, dude, yeah, I love lots of line work.
Wow, Gail Simone looks great.
Yeah, you know, I had reference
She's on a
photo
diet.
next to me. I
Oh,
tried
that's
to
just her
capture-
vagina.
Yeah. You just go on to fans only. She's on there.
Oh shit. Leave it at ink spots. You beautiful bastard.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
we almost escaped.
Almost. Oh,
Escaped.
by the way, too, yeah, please back City of Venus as well. We are literally $60 away from hitting 25K on that. You can get 3 different books on this campaign. It's going to be 2 art books and the main book itself. So check it out. I'm sure you guys seen this spiel 1,000 times on this one. So yeah, just scroll through it, check out what you want. I do have the add-on perks. So if you are looking to get both of the art books, basically all 3 books, I would hit the featured tier and then do the add-on to get the first book. So they're 52 pages each. The art books, the volume 1 and 2, and then we have City of Venus 1. So City of Venus 2 is coming right after the pirate book is completed and out the door. So there's still plenty of time on that.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that,
So,
brother.
thank you, everyone. Remember, continue to sign up for Shadow of the Kraken, launching January, about the first week I'm looking at right now. So yes, thank you all, and we'll go out on that intro again because I like metal.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, be kind to one another, but kick ass while you create.